Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Recording
sir.
in progress.
Yeah. So I'm going to take only one class today, as per the schedule. But I have to take the prepone the class because I have a meeting at that time, right? At the scheduled time. So hopefully you have all attended. Those who haven't given their attendance, give in the chat section and let me share my screen so that we can start our discussion today. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So in the previous class, we have discussed about the break and continue statement, as well as we have introduced the concept of the nested loop. So we are going to continue with that thing, nested loop, and how break and continue will work in case of nested loop. We are going to continue with that one. So first we are going to see how the break and the continue statement will work under a nested loop condition. And from this, as I have already told you, from here, our main discussion will be using the for loop. So let me declare two variables, int I and int j. I will run two loops in nested form. So please tell me, is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So try to give me the output for this code. Anyone? Anyone can help me?
Sir, I equals to 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Continue.
Sir, I is equal to 1. Sir, I is less than 3, so it is true.
True, sir.
And sir, now j is equal to I plus 1, so j is equal to 2. J is equal to 2, and j is also less than 4, so that is also true. So it will print 1 space 2. Yes, sir. And now j is increased by 1 digit, so now j is 2, and 2 plus 1 3.
3.
Yes, and now it will check again, so 3 is also less than 4, so the print will be now 1 3. Next line 1 3. Now so j is again increased by one digit, and j is also now is equal to 4, so it will print 1 4. So now j is increased again, but now the condition is false, so it will end, so it will break from the j loop and it will go to the I loop, and now I is increased by one digit, so I is equal to 2, and now
No.
I is also less than 2, less than 3, so 2 is less than 3, so it is true. And now so j is equal to I plus 1, so j is equal to 4. So wait, I plus 1, I is 2, I plus 1, so j is equal to 3. Sorry sir, yeah, is j is equal to 3, and j is also equal to less than 4, so it is also true. So now the print will be 2 3, 2 space 3. So and again, so j is now increased by one digit, so j is now 4, and 4 is also equal to 4, so it will now print 2 4. Now again, so j is increased by one digit, so j is equal to now 5, but 5 is more than 4, so the condition is false, so it will break away from the j loop, and now I is increased again by one value, so I is now 3, and 3 is and 3 is equal to 3, so it will get into the I loop, and now j is equal to 3 plus 1 4, and 4 is also equal to 4, so it will get into the print statement, and it will print 3 4. Yes sir, and now so j is also increased by one digit, so j is now increased by one digit, so j is equal to 5, and it will print 3 5. No, so wait sir, so j is, but sir j is less than 4. So in the condition in the j loop, is it j
False.
or I? So
It will
is
be
it,
J. It will be J.
yeah, it will be j. Yes sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now so now the condition comes false, so it will break away from the j loop, and now sir I is also increased by 1, so I is now is equal to 4, but the condition of the I loop also comes false, so it will break away from both the loops. So we have got our print 1 1
So
2 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 3 4. Yes sir.
exactly. Very good. Thank you. Now, so this is how, hopefully you have understand that why we are getting this output. Now, let us see how the continue and the break statement affect a nested loop situation. For this, let me start with this two variable I and j. For I equals to 1, I less than equals to 3, I less than equals to 3, I plus plus. Then for j equals to 1, j less than equals to 3, j plus plus. So here we have a continuous statement. When I equals to j, that time we are going to run, the continuous statement will be executed. Now let us see how this will affect the execution of the code. So I is initialized to 1. This condition will be true. So j value will be initialized to 1. And obviously this condition will also be true. Now, whenever as it is entering into here, this condition, I should mention it over here also. I equals to 1, n equals to 3, j less than equals to 3, and I equals to j. 1, true, 1, true, and now I equals to j. That is true or false?
Sir, true.
It is true. So as it is true, it will. Sorry, কিছু বললে? So as I equals to j, this condition is true, so it will execute the continue statement, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As it is executing the continue statement, it will not bypass the statement after the continue statement and directly go to the
J plus plus.
updation part. From here it will go back to the updation part. So j will be incremented by 1, right? So j value will be 2. Now as j value is 2, this condition is true
Yes, sir.
and this condition is false,
False.
right?
Yes, sir.
So we are printing the value as the condition is false. It will not enter into the if block. It will go to the printf statement and print the value of I and j, that is 1 and 2. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After
Yes.
that, j value will be 3, right? From here, from this position, it will come to the updation part here, and here it will make the j value as 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If this condition is true, this condition is false, so it will print the value of I and j. So it will be 1 and 3.
3.
Next, j value will be 4. This condition will be false.
False.
As
So it
it
will
is
break-
false, it will
it will
not
break from
enter
the j
into the
Break.
No, it will not break. It will
It will-
not enter into the loop.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. It will not enter into the block if for block inner loop. From here, it will go back to the updation of I plus plus. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will be incremented by 1. I will be incremented by 1. So I value will be 2, right? Now, as the condition is true, this condition is true, j value will be reinitialized to 1. As j value is 1, this value will be also true. This condition will be true. Now, I equals to j, is this true or false?
False.
It
False.
is false. As it is false, it will not enter into the if block. So continue will not be executed. It will execute the printf statement. So what it will print?
2, 1.
2, 1. Next, j value will be incremented. The condition is true. Now I equals to j, that is also true, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
as it is true, it
Yes,
will
sir.
execute the continue statement and it will go back to the updation part. So in the updation part, the j value will be 3. As the condition is true, this condition is true, and I equals to j, that condition is false. So it will print the value of I and j, that is 2 and 3. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, what will happen? Next, the j value will be 4. As j value is 4, the condition, this inner loop condition will be false. So it will not enter into the inner loop, but it will go to the updation part of the outer loop. So as I value will be 3. As I value is 3, this condition is true. J value will be reinitialized to 1. I less than j less than equals to 3. This condition is true, as well as I less than equals to j, that this condition will be false. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
as this condition is false, it will not enter into the if block. It will print the value of I and j. That will be
3, 1.
3, 1. Then j value will be incremented by 1. So j value will be 2. Then this condition is true, but I equals to j, that is false. As this is false, so it will execute the printf statement and it will print 3, 2.
2.
Next, I value will be 3 and
Also, j is
sorry,
3.
next j is 3 and this condition is true, as well as this condition is also true. As both of if condition is true, it will execute the continue statement, and if from here it will go back to the updation of the j. The continue will go back to the updation of the j. So j value will be 4. Clear? As j value is 4, the inner loop condition is false. So it will not enter into the inner loop. It will go back to the updation of I. Now, as I value is 4, this condition will now be false. As it is false, finally it will come out of the outer loop. So this is the output we are going to get for this code if we use continue step. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me write this same thing, but here instead of continue, I am going to use the break statement for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 3, I plus plus, for j equals to 1, j less than equals to 3, j plus plus,
So 2 1 3 1 3 2.
Yes, sir.
output. You are talking about the output.
Yes, sir.
2 1. Okay.
It's a break.
So I less than equals to 3, j less than equals to 3, and I equals to 2. So you are saying that the output will be
2
2
1 3 1
2 1 3 1 3 2.
2 1 3 1 and 3 2. I think it is correct. So, let us see why we are getting this output. I value is 1, I less than equals to 3, that is true. J value will be initialized to 1, j less than equals to 3, that is true. I equals to j, obviously this will be true. As this is true, the break will be executed, and break means from here we will directly come out. From here we will directly come out of the
Loop.
inner loop. So it will go back to the updation from this position. It will go back to the updation of the I value. So I value will be now 2. As I value is 2, this condition is true. J will be reinitialized to 1. J less than equals to 3, that is true. And I equals to j, that is false. So here the break statement will not be executed. So it will print the value of I and j, which is currently 2 and 1. So it will print 2 and 1, then a new line will be given. Next, J value will be incremented by 1 because here from here it will go to this J plus plus part. So J value will be incremented, so J will be true. This condition will be true as well as this condition will also be true. As this is true, the break statement will be executed. As break statement is executed, it will come out of the inner loop and go to the I plus plus part. So I will be incremented by 1. So I will be 3. Next, this condition is true. J will be reinitialized to 1. This condition will be true. This condition will be false. So it will not execute the break statement. It will come to the printf statement and it will print 3, 1. Next, what will happen? J value will be incremented by 1. So J value will be 2. This condition will be true. The I equals to J. If condition will also be false. As this is false, break will not be executed. As break is not executed, it will print the value of I and J, that is 3 and 2. As 3 is after this, J value will be incremented by 1. This condition will be true as well as this condition will also be true. So as the if condition is true, it will execute the break statement and it will go back to the, it will come out of the inner loop and go back to the I updation part. So I will be updated to 4. As I is updated to 4, this condition will be false. And finally, the outer loop also be terminated. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir,
so this is how, yes.
sir, if you want to break out from the outer loop, I mean the I loop, so that we can do it by labels in Java. So is that done in C?
Means unconditional breakout or conditional breakout?
So conditional
Depending-
breakout.
Conditional breakout, you can use break statement.
So we can use break statement, but so I'm
But-
saying, sir, we were breaking out from the I loop directly. So we are writing loop 1 colon in the I loop, and when you're doing the break statement, we are doing break loop 1.
That is also possible, but that is called the unconditional breaking. Conditional, that is the by using the go to statement, go to
Yes, sir.
level statement. We generally avoid the go to statement in C language because it may cause some problem. That is possible, obviously that is possible, but we generally do not prefer go to statement or any other do not prefer go to statement. We generally prefer the break and the continue statement, but that is possible to directly break out from the outer loop also by using go to statement. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, let me give you a practical example of a break statement for the break statement. Suppose I have a variable I, a variable n. The n value will be taken from the user, and I have a variable I. So take n value. Now this is the code we are talking about. The n value will be taken from the user. Now, whatever the value of n is, tell me when the loop will be terminated forcefully or naturally. What are the two conditions when the loop will be terminated? Either forcefully or naturally.
So when n is
Sir, multiples
even
of 2.
number, so when n is an even number, the loop will break.
Okay. And anything else?
So, but when n is an odd number, and when I is also like 3, then also the loop will break. So it will depend. But if n is even, it will obviously break. It is natural and forceful when it becomes um a sort of what is the word? So if when it becomes multiple of a I loop, maybe like 3 and n is 9. So n is not an even number, but n is still 9, and when I is 3, it will also break from the I loop.
Okay. Okay, we can whatever you are saying is exactly correct, and but we can express this in a better term. Anyone want to try?
Sir, if the number is prime number, it will not
No, no,
break.
no, no, no. I am not wanting that. What is the code is for? I am asking that when the loops will be break. I know that this is the code for the prime number, but my question is when the loop will be terminated, either forcefully or naturally. Forcefully means by the break statement, or by this condition is false.
By the break statement.
So it will be breaked by the break statement if the numbers from the I is in mod I equals to 0 if never happens.
Sir, if this is
Be
the
terminated. It will be
sir,
terminated.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes. Tell me.
Sir, if this is a code for the prime number, sir, then why we are doing the loop until n? We should do it up to like the
We
square root of
can,
n.
yeah, we can do it, but let me start with the easier one. Then we are going for the complicated solutions, right?
Yes.
So it will be terminated when the I value is equals to n. That is the natural way to die, right?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No,
Or
sir.
number two, n is divisible by I
Yes, sir.
by break. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now this code can be modified to check that a number is a prime number or not. Now let me start with the example. Suppose n value is, বলো একটা ভ্যালু বলো, ছোট দেখেই বলো।
5.
N value is 5. What is the value of I? Initial value of I was 2.
2.
What is the condition? Less than equals to
5.
less than n. Less than
Less
n.
than n.
That is 5. And what is the if condition? N
Modulus I equal to 0.
n modulus I equals to 0. Right? So this condition will be true,
Yes, sir.
and this condition will be
False.
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 Will not be executed. I value will be incremented by 1. Then because of this I plus plus statement, so I
Yes.
value will be incremented by 1. I will be 3. I less than equals to n. That is true.
True.
This is false.
False.
So this is false. So I value will be incremented by 1, right? And so I value will be 4. This condition will be true because 4 less than 5, that is true. This condition will be false. So it will not enter in the if block, means it will not execute the break statement. Next, so it will, what it will do, it will increment the value of I, so it will be 5. Now this time this condition will be false. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir. So
Now
it will come out of the loop.
it will come out of the loop naturally. Naturally means by this condition, by the loop condition. Okay.
Oh,
That is what we are talking about. We are meaning by naturally.
Natural.
We are not forcefully killing it, killing the loop. It is dying naturally by its condition. Clear? Now, next, suppose n value is given as, let us take, what are the
17.
50. Let us take 50. I value, I less than n, n modulus I equals to 0. I will be 2,
Yes, sir.
n will be,
True.
this condition will be obviously true, this condition will be false.
False.
Right? So I value will be incremented. Now this condition will be true, but
Yes, sir.
this time this condition will be
Also
true.
true.
So as this condition is true,
It will
this
forcefully exit
condition,
the
Forcefully exit that.
it will execute the break statement and forcefully come out of the loop. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, from these two examples, you can see that when the number is a prime number, the loop is terminating naturally, right?
Yes, sir.
And when the number is not a prime number, the loop is terminated forcefully. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
so what is the, how we can check that the loop is terminating naturally or forcefully? When I value is equals to n, that time we can say that it is a natural death of the loop. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And if this is not true, then it is a forceful death. Forceful death means it is not a prime number. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how we can track natural death? By if I equals to n, that time we can say that is prime, else is not prime. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No.
এটাকে
tell me.
জানতাম না, এখন জানলাম।
Good. Tell me, 1 is prime or not?
Prime.
No, 1 is not a prime number. The first prime number is 2. 1 is not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. Then if n equals to 1, what will be the value of
So it will not
what will
enter
be
the
my-
loop.
it will
So
not
because-
enter the loop. So this is false, right?
Yes, sir.
Now if this is false, where it will go? It will go to
So
the
it
if
will
condition.
skip the loop.
It will not enter into the loop, means from here it will come to the if statement. If statement, what it will check?
I equals to n.
Is this true or false?
False.
Obviously false, because I value is 2, n value is 1, that is false, so it will come here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we can check a number, an integer value is a prime number or not. Now let me modify this question and we will try to find all the prime numbers in 1 to 100. So how we can check it is a prime or not? That can be done using this code block. But here we are need to check within a range. So as it is within a range means there will be an
Outer loop.
it will be an outer loop. It may be for, it may be while, but generally we'll say that there will be an outer loop which will give me the range. So please help me with this code.
Okay, sir.
I
Anti-ij. In. Okay. So now for I equal to 1,
or I equals to 1
I less than equal to 100,
less than equals to 100
I plus.
plus
Now, sir, second
curly
bracket
brace
Curly braces.
for j equal to 2,
for j equals to 2
j less
j
than
less equal to
10
less than equal
I.
to
Less
I.
than n. Less than.
I
less than
Less than
j less than
less than
I
I.
less than I
So we
because
can do
my
so we
yeah.
can do I by 2 for a better
You
small
can
time.
reduce the time by checking that it is a even or not. You can do that too. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can modify this code so that the number of loop can be reduced. We will come to that in the later
Yes.
class.
Okay, sir.
But keep it
J plus
simple.
plus.
Then j. See, I is the number which I am checking that it is prime or not. So j
Yes, sir.
plus.
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 If
Now, if j modulus I is equal to 0,
j modulus I,
so I modulus j. Sorry,
I
sir.
modulus j
I modulus j equals to
G.
0,
Break.
0.
Break.
Then we are going to break.
And now we will close the curly braces of the j loop. And now we will check if j is equal to
I.
yes, sir. Then printf I is the prime number. So only I. We are just printing the prime numbers from 1 to 100. So only I. Yeah. And then we will close the curly brace of the I loop.
Or
Else.
the outer loop. Else is not required. We are not printing we are just printing the prime
numbers.
number. So this will print the prime numbers. No need to give else statement over here. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this code, this part of the code is for checking prime number and the outer loop is for the range.
বুঝতে পারলেন?
Recording in progress.
The screen is visible to you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So as we are concluding this one for the range. So this is how we can check a number is a prime or not in a range also. Now here this loop can be reduced. The for loop, so the prime number of loops can be reduced by changing this condition. I will discuss that in details in the next class, but today just get an idea. It can be reduced if we use I by 2 as the range, as the maximum value, or it can more be reduced if you use sqrti. So instead of writing I, if you use sqrti, that time it will reduce the number of inner loop iteration. And obviously, as the number of iteration is reducing, the time taken will also be reduced. How the time taken will also be reduced? Just I will give you an example. Suppose the number I is 101. 101. It is a prime number, right? So if I use the condition I less than equals to, let me take that number is n is 1. And if I use this condition, it will loop for how many times? How long?
100. So 101 times.
One.
It will loop for
99
99.
times.
99.
Yes, sir. We are
From
starting the
2
I
to
as
100. From
yes,
2
sir.
to 100, it will be 99 times, right?
Hmm.
Suppose for consideration, we are considering that each loop will take 1 second of time. So how much time it will take?
99 seconds.
99
99
seconds.
seconds.
Now, if we use I less than n by 2, then it will be reduced and it will be reduced to 40, what হবে? 49.
5.
49, 49, 45 people.
Sorry,
So
sorry, sir.
the time will be 49 seconds. Clear? Now, instead of doing this, if you use sqrt n, that time it will take
8.
8.
Only 8 iterations.
Clear? So you can see that if I change just the condition, it will reduce the time by how much? 91 by 99%. That is almost 90% time has been reduced. And that means if I increase this range, so it will be an huge amount of time we can save. So whenever it is asked that write the optimized code, it will be better to use this condition. Now, how it is reducing or what is the logic, that will be discussed in the later class. So let me end the class today. And remember that today only the group B student will join in the lab at the given time and follow the chat for the lab link. I will not be present in the lab because I have a meeting. Surajit sir and other teachers will be there. So you need to show group B student, you need to show the code for assignment number 9 and assignment number 10 with the output. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you then. Can I end the class?
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone.
Recording stopped.
রুট অফ 99 এটা কবে থেকে এরকম হচ্ছে রে? যা তো আমার স্যারও ক্লাসটা করাচ্ছে।